I chuckled nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on the wildlife preserve. Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a little while longer. The fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. Okay, so a little context. I think I know who that was. Not to spoil you guys, I might spoil a little bit. I'm not gonna say who it is. But I think I can guess who that was. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I just been away lately. I had to get out of the house. Had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights up another cigarette. Been doing a lot of thinking. He takes a long drag. As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in the sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's a great many of them. But there was a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to that kept me going. But there's something so reassigned about the way Robert's talking. It must have taken a lot for you to want to tell somebody this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be. Do you ever wish you were a better father? I think about it for a second. All the time. You can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret or wish that I could have done better, but I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does. It's funny. I look at you and your relationship with your daughter, and it seems perfect. It isn't. At least you're there for her. I stare out the window at the blur of passing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What did your dad do? It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet, stoic. Don't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did about me or my mom. Do you hate him? No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of feel bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all the happiest moments in my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex. And he just wasn't there. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Bielarzian prison. What? I turn and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. We both break out in laughter. He pats me on the shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off in my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks and pulls away. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over mine. He gets out and waves. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda out of the kitchen with a glass of water. Thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know that Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda, you know what? It's fine. I think about the conversation I have with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards the room. Hey, Amanda. She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you too. Night. Chuckling to myself, and I finally decided to go to bed. What the fuck? Are you serious? I got a second S rank? I'm not even trying! What the fuck? Fucking hell! Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in after a few bites of ice cream from that freezer. I turn off the lights and walk down the hallway to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make it out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? Knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? Crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Then get out. Okay. Quickly leave the room and shut the door behind me. As the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I still think about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she's willing to talk about whatever happened bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle on the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me in the eyes. Yikes. So anything big going on in school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster level up and takes her still freezer burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. She's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hang on the wall. In it, I'm teaching her how to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get back up and try again. Finally had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream, and it was like nothing ever happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I forced her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk into the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she does, she beelines for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin. What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just, whatever it is, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I'm hoping I can speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully frosting has been set by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad. And I had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Man, it gives me a big old hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us a delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it, but I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R. is going to the fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. The best friend? You got it. Wow, I'm proud of you. Anyway, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I feel like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out that Rosie M., that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, are all at the party at Mackenzie's F's on the same night they all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB. Yikes.